Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is day 17 of the Leetcode Day Challenge. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about today's problem. Today I just did easy ones. Tomorrow, Thursday is always my hardest day. We'll see how it goes. And then it's just 10 days of taper until the marathon. So very soon. Very soon. So we'll see. The Liberty won today, so that's exciting. In a very exciting way. Like I don't know, maybe it's spoiler alert, but basically, Sabrina, the Liberty shot a 3 with 1 second to go, so that was just very close. Anyway, let's take a look at today's problem. Very excited, and Yankees are playing, I think, tomorrow. But anyway, that doesn't matter. But let's take a look. We have 670 maximum swap. You're given an integer num. You can swap 2 digits at most once to get the maximum value number. Return the maximum value number you can get. There are a couple of ways you can think about this. I mean, I honestly, medium seems a little bit high at this point. But the thing is that you look at this and you're like, oh, 10 to the 8, that's a big number. But what does that really mean? 10 to the 8 only has 8 digits, right? So 8 digits, you do something 8 square or 8 choose 2, that'll be good enough. So yeah. So I think that the only thing I would say is I mean, there are ways to do it, but percentage with only 8 digits, 8 choose 2, 8 times 7 over 2 is 28. Like, I'm not gonna think about it. I'm not gonna worry or think about another algorithm, right? So okay, so let's. I'm gonna do things a little bit rudimentary, but we can do something like right? We could just get the digits one at a time, right? Dot append current mod 10. Oh, why would I do that? But yeah, they're just getting all the digits one at a time, right? And then maybe we could just reverse this. Now we have it in order, right? And maybe we also keep we want the number. Okay, yeah. So we keep the track. We just set it to num just because, you know. And there are a couple of things you can do to, you know, you could check. I mean, like you could do some check with like, okay, yeah, like. For example, you wouldn't swap the 7 with the 3 because 7 is greater than 3 and 7 is on the left side. But again, with 8 square, it's not even really worth thinking about these strategies, right? So yeah, so we can just say let's say n is equal to length of, oops. Right, and then we just do a swap. I don't know. I mean, there are a couple of ways you can write this. I don't know. Maybe we'll just do the actual swap. You check the score, right? Score is equal to 0 for I in range of n. So this ends up being n cubed because of the way that I'm writing it. But you can actually do it a little bit smaller if you like. Probably, I don't know. Oh, wouldn't call I, so okay. Right. Shift and add, right? And then best is equal to max best of score, and then we have to shift it. We have to swap it back. Otherwise, I don't know. Otherwise, you just end up being unhappy, is what happens. Yeah, and then that's pretty much it, right? You try everything. You even try nothing. So, yeah. I'm just double thinking like what happens with a leading 0, but you wouldn't swap into a leading 0 anyway. So, I think we're good, but we'll see. Okay, cool. Yay! 1661 day streak, and apparently I haven't solved this one before, so that's always good to solve a new problem. But yeah. Don't have much to add about this one. This is n cubed, where n is the number of digits, which is actually accurate this time. This is O of n. This is O of n, but it gets dominated by this. I think honestly, this you can. So the question might be that can you do better, right? For n is equal to 8, I'm not going to worry about it that much. But can you do better? Let's say you have a similar problem, but now you have 10 to the 8 number of digits. Okay, maybe that's too many digits. Okay, but like a million digits, right? Then what would you do? Well, then that just means that kind of similar to what we've talked about with the heuristics. But then now I think you could just go one digit at a time, because these things, what you always want to, when you, something dropped. When you maximize numbers, it makes sense to kind of maximize the largest significant digit one at a time. So then it just becomes the first place where you can replace it with the maximo. So actually, like, I would probably just do a loop, maybe even, you could keep track of whatever, but in a greedy way, you keep track of where the last 9 is. Because, okay, so the two things of the most significant digits, right, and maximizing the highest value. One is to maximize the first place where you would change, because the earlier it is, then, the better it gets. And of course, the only time it doesn't get changed is if there's no higher digits afterwards, right? So you would go, okay, like, what's the last 9? And I say the last 9 because it's just a very easy visualization, right? So it's almost as easy as the other one. Is that let's say you have 2399, and you could take one, either this 9 or this 9. Well, it's an easy swap argument, right? You just go either 9329 or 9392, right? So of course you take the later 9, and that's it, right? You can maybe be a little bit more mathematically rigorous, but that's basically the idea. So then you try to do that for 9s, and then 8s, and then so forth. And yeah, and then on the first digit, the first digit that has a number that is the max, right? So for example, this, and the only case where that doesn't happen is if they're all monotonically decreasing, like in this case in example 2. So yeah, and in that and if you do it that way, then you could do an O of n times, and you don't even need to check, so you could get rid of this. But you get O of n times, because in one pass you can track where all the last 9, the last 8, ... for 10, and then you can also do maybe one more pass in the beginning or something. I mean, like, number of passes don't like interest me that much, but it's obviously linear, so that's what I would do. And that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. I need to go get some delicious sleep. I actually had Mediterranean food today, so that was really good. But I don't know. I've been it's tough. I feel like all the exercise is just making me, I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit, I wouldn't say sick, but just my body is trying to figure out what to do with all the exercise I've been doing. So hopefully we'll see how it goes. I'm not feeling well. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. Stay good, stay healthy to good mental health. Go Liberty, go Yankees, go Mets. I'll see you all later and take care. Bye-bye.